Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Morning Mayhem. First episode of a weekly talk show, basically, where we are going to talk about coins. We're going to talk about whatever. So far, the guests today are tiny numismatics. I'm tongue-tied here. And Paula from Q&A.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to start off here. Let me get in the comments section. Wow, I'm off here. So let's start off saying hi to everybody. We got Against an Army of Shadows. So how are you guys doing this morning? How was your weekend?
Mine was good.
There's Paula. Yeah, I'm a little slow about starting. So if you guys did you hear about the U.S. Mint? They fulfilled all of the orders for the pre-orders for the Silver Eagle proofs, S's and W's.
Oh, on the enrollments, yeah.
Yes, on the enrollments. Yeah, pre-orders, enrollments.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? What is there, like 350, 360,000?
Of the W?
Yeah.
750,000.
Three quarters. Okay, I did it wrong. I had the three right. I just put a quarter in.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying this morning that they're going to cancel enrollments and stuff like that, and I'm like, I'm still going to go after one. I mean, even though there's 750,000 minted, I'm still going after one.
You still went after one? I still went after 10 or 11 of them. I did lower my order in half on that. So you guys heard about the 10-ounce Vescar bars that dropped at Atmix today. Where do you think that retail is going to fall on those? I think it was a little high to start.
It was $450. Retail, they were all gone. The 10-ounce were all gone, but they still had the 1 ounce. So I say those 10 ounces are going to be upwards of $550, $575.
Yeah, but value.
Oh, value? Nowhere close.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just don't think the value is going to hold. I personally would much rather own an Engelhard bar.
Yeah.
Over that. So I'm kind of saying hi to everybody by putting you up. That way these guys can talk, and I do apologize.
I'd rather have 10 1-ounce rounds.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would rather go for something a little bit more numismatics, a little bit more collectible, 1-ounce rounds. I mean, Aquaman is it's up there now in that 500 for 10 ounces. Right.
Even if you can get a good deal on some generics for like $35, that's only $350.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that's $100 cheaper than what that Vescar bar was.
Now there's the man. We just left his show, Son of a Silver Stacker's on every morning, 9:30. If you haven't checked him out,
there he is.
So I'm sorry for interrupting, Tony. I apologize.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I was done. That's why I apologize.
Yeah, like Miss Paula was saying, give me 10 1-ounce rounds. I mean, it's cheaper. It may be more. It may take up more room, but
probably a little easier to flip too.
Absolutely. And you could sell off 1 or 2 of them at a time,
It's always easier to flip 1 ounce over 10 ounce, no matter what the price is per ounce.
Absolutely.
I mean, if silver was sitting at $20 or silver was sitting at $100, it just opens up more doors to have that lower cost piece of silver.
Thanks, Angel. I saw Spider-Man yesterday, off topic.
Did you really? Was it good?
Yeah.
It was really good. I saw it with my grandson, and I'm not like into the Marvels and stuff like that, but it was really good. It was funny, and yeah, it was really good.
Nice. I remember you saying last week you were going to go see
it
this weekend.
I didn't feel up to it last week, so we had to reschedule. And we went and got a Mr. Beast burger. A little overrated, just saying. Sorry, Mr. Beast.
Oh, I was getting my grandson yesterday on that. He had Mr. Beast on the TV. I'm like, oh look, there's Mrs. Beast. That ain't Mrs. Beast, that's Mr. Beast. I said, are you sure?
No, well, don't tell him, but
a stream here.
I'm not even subscribed to him.
Jackalope Herdmaster says, Triple S Stream, what caused the drop in platinum price? I have only recently begun to watch precious metals, and I am curious as to what causes these kind of drops. As you know, platinum, palladium, and silver are industrial metals, and if they fall out of favor with the automobile industry, whether the automobile industry is changing something, like when they change from a greater percentage of platinum into the palladium into the catalytic converters, it started rising palladium up from that $600 plateau that it was at, and now it's somewhere north of 2,000. It fell off of its 3,000 high. That would cause, I mean, because you're talking millions of vehicles a year, and now they're talking about switching back to platinum. And I don't understand why platinum has dropped recently. No, I haven't looked.
Yeah, I don't see it staying down for long. If they're switching back to platinum, that platinum's going to shoot up again.
The automobile industry is talking about putting a major content in the catalytic converters of platinum versus palladium because of cost. They'll change metals off and on because of cost. They start buying the one when it's lower, and then they're still going to need additional ounces to fulfill orders, and that's what causes the price to go up.
And a lot of the thing is where the palladium's coming from.
Now I have a I'm not going to say stupid question because whatever, but I have a question. I know nothing about cars. So on electric vehicles, do they still use catalytic converters?
No, ma'am.
Why would they need them?
Well, that was my question.
A catalytic converter cleans.
Well, don't they still, can't you have fuel and electric on those?
Yep.
I mean,
It's called a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hybrid.
Yeah, if it's a hybrid, it has a catalytic converter because the catalytic converter scrubs the air coming out of the exhaust.
Okay.
It makes it more, I don't want to say palatable, but it makes it better for the environment. As instead of like just a straight pipe with a muffler, all that smoke and gases and everything just come out. Still the same gases come out, but it's not as foggy. Not as smoggy.
You just made that a long explanation.
Well, I mean, I wanted to explain it so everybody could understand. I mean,
not like I'm ever going to have an electric car because I'm not.
Yeah,
I won't. I just am not.
Basically, what a catalytic converter does is clean the fuel being burned. That's what it does. And there's no fuel being burned in an all electric. But as Tiny said, in the hybrids, there is fuel being burned, so they would still have one.
Yeah, makes sense.
I guess that works.
Yep.
I just wondered if the production of the electric vehicles had anything to do with, the prices of those metals going down because less people are buying them. I don't know. Don't ask.
Nickel
coins
and stuff like that are in electric cars. Especially nickel in the batteries and stuff, the hydride batteries, but they're going to a lot of lithium batteries too, and lithium is a whole new animal. It's more power in a smaller space.
Now, Assure Blue just says car manufacturers have not been able to change from palladium to platinum. Part of that problem could possibly be from palladium is a much harder metal than platinum, and platinum is harder than obviously gold and silver, but it's a much harder metal, and that could be the problems that they're having changing back, because that was one of the factors when they changed from platinum to palladium. That was one of the deciding factors besides price that helped them change.
Well, I saw that like the median price for an electric car is like $60,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm worried about buying bread. Like, I'm not gonna be buying an electric car anytime.
The rate of inflation, if they stay at 60,000 in 2 years, 60,000 is going to be cheap for a car anyway, because this inflation's been going up crazy. We're talking about 15% this year. This coin crew's waiting for an electric car.
Even if it went down to $30,000,
they already have self-driving cars. Ford makes a
not affordable yet.
That'll drive itself on the interstate.
I want a car.
My brother has one, and some Teslas can drive themselves.
Anybody actually check to see what it would cost you to switch to an electric vehicle? There are other costs involved in switching to an electric vehicle. Someone I know bought a Tesla recently, and there's also the cost of hooking the outlet up in your home, in your garage to get that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have that cost in there, and then you have to sit there and think about how much electric you're using to recharge your car. And the electric company in which you have, are they burning fossil fuels to make that electric?
Of course they are.
Are they using wind, solar to power? There's a lot of factors and costs involved that people don't understand.
And a lot of that coal comes from my state.
Yeah, everybody's trying to go to green energy, but unless you can figure a way to make green energy cheaper, it isn't going to work because you're not being green. I see wind farms all over the place when driving. So who all's going to the Grove Show? You're going, Paula.
I am going. Just
We're
about
meet
the
you
whole
face to face.
whole crew is going. Just about.
I can't make it this year because I mean, as you know, my health condition doesn't allow me to drive. So, but if I could drive, I would try to make it. But yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it this year.
It sucks.
B. Ryder says he's going to be biking to work in a few years. Yeah, at the rate of inflation, I think a lot of people might be. I'm almost tempted. If it wasn't for what I do, I probably would walk to work. I'm that close.
But yeah, motorcycles and mopeds and stuff like that, they're going to be more popular again like they were back in the 70s.
I like riding on a moped.
Yeah. Gas prices went up. You get something smaller, they can go about the same distance on less fuel. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised you don't see people riding lawnmowers around.
I know. I'm going to be one of those little old ladies that rides on like the electric wheelchair.
There you
I'm
go.
going to I want to modify it. And
Oh, yeah. Scoop it up a little bit.
yeah.
Put some fuzzy dice hanging from the handlebars.
Oh, you got to have the dice.
Oh, and the big whip antenna with the flag on it so everybody knows where you're at.
Yeah.
I like what Brian says. He says dollar store should change its name to everything went up to $1 or more store.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the Dollar Tree is now $1.25.
Yeah, I seen that. My cheeseburgers went up.
Yep, $1.25.
I'll eat them for a while and I'll get tired and I'll find something else to eat. I'm one of those guys when I get to eating something, I'll just run it into the ground until I don't want it no more.
Yeah, those hamburgers are good though.
I know, but they're going to get old after another week or two.
Try the barbecue chicken sandwich that they make. It's really good too.
Yeah, that's a good question here. Scott S. says the electricity going to come from what will happen to all those dead batteries? Electric cars are a joke.
That's right.
Are you guys concerned how they're going to dispose of all those batteries?
Yeah.
No, I don't think because I don't think it's ever going to happen.
You really can't dispose of a battery. I mean,
Well, Tesla put over 300,000 electric cars on the. They sold over 300,000 the first quarter this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
My sister had one and she got rid of it. You can only go like 340, 350 miles on a full charge. So if you go on a big trip, you're going to have to map out your trip so you can find charging stations.
How long does it take to fully charge one of those? Does anybody know?
I don't know,
I have
but
no
have
idea.
anybody checked the electric car price of a new engine?
It takes
5
me
or 6
10 minutes.
times
Takes me
charge.
10 minutes to gas up my car, if that. So if it takes longer than 10 minutes, I'm not doing it.
Oh, I'd say it's hours. I'd say it's a couple hours anyway.
Well, that's crazy.
Does this mean there's going to be no Eagles for the drop this month?
If you're on the enrollment.
No, I mean, if with all the enrollments gone, did they sell out the drop too on enrollments?
Oh, yeah.
What they'll do is
it goes live and unavailable, and instead of the red button, it comes up remind me. Is that what's going to happen?
Well, it was supposed to do that with the quarters. They said that on this morning. And then they still had some available because they dropped the enrollment limit. I don't know what the enrollment limit is set for on the Eagles. Does anybody know?
I don't think there was one.
There wasn't no enrollment number. No.
I bet they'll drop it.
I bet they'll drop it to 5.
Tacky Perpetrator made a good statement. There's not enough silver to replace all the combustion engines in the world with electric.
That's right.
That I do believe is true because there's millions of cars every year. And does anybody know how much silver it takes to make a car battery, the electric car battery? Because I know they use silver in them.
Yeah, they use a lot of nickel too.
Yeah, and that's causing nickel to go up.
Yep. And where the nickel comes from.
There you go. There's a good example of how to charge your own battery cheap without using a whole lot of fossil fuels. Although the fossil fuels to make the solar panels, but once you got them, it's over with. It's not continual.
You need a controller and all that stuff too, but that stuff usually comes with your solar panels. But yeah, solar panels and a controller, you can wire up a series of batteries and get the exact voltage you need, wattage you need.
This is what I'm saying. Put that on film, buddy. Guy blew up his electric Tesla rather than paying $20,000 to replace the batteries.
Whoa.
Yeah, they need to just put solar panels on the tops of the cars. And
that's a problem.
Recharge as they go.
They already have a charging mechanism, and they won't put something into play. Because on a car, combustion engine, what do we have to recharge the battery?
Alternator.
Why don't they, and I'm putting this out there, maybe someone will listen from the car company and shut my panel down, I don't know. But why don't they put some alternators on the wheels to continually recharge the battery, and you won't have to stop and refuel?
Yep. Or do like
seriously.
I can't
have
remember
more than one. You would continually, you could run your air, your heat, your radio, the engine, and then that might make it enticing a little bit more to people than just having to buy a new battery or having to pay to fuel it up.
Yeah.
They do regenerative braking.
I am so far behind in the chat. I'm trying to get.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I can't remember if it was Toyota or what, but whenever you hit your brakes, whenever you hit your brakes in a hybrid, some of them, when you hit the brake, it charges the batteries at the same time when you hit.
So people just going to be driving down the road hitting their brakes.
2-foot drive and holding the brake like the people that ride the brake.
Oh, gotcha.
No, if you had an alternator uses copper and stuff, but if you had something creating electricity like an alternator, it would put extra into it.
Yep.
I actually am falling behind on the chat, so I'm skipping up to the front, guys. I don't know. I don't see how Son of a Silver Staker keeps up with
it. You better get a patent on that quick.
It's already out there. It's just a matter of. I heard something a few years back about someone had produced a car to run on H2O, and you never see no H2O car come out.
Well, didn't they also have one that ran on like the used oil from like the fast food restaurants?
They've had them all over the place.
Yeah,
it's called biodiesel.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed it with a little bit of lye and sifted it down, and and they literally smell like French fries as they're running.
You cannot violate the laws of physics. You cannot recoup the same amount of energy used. Correct. And that's why I said you put an alternator on each one, so you're using 4 times. And then you would recoup the amount of energy used. You are correct. You cannot recoup the amount of energy used with one alternator. But if you use multiple alternators, yes, you could. In just my opinion, I'm not a scientist. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about this.
I think you could if you used more than one.
Well, it would take the energy needed to move the car, and the alternators wouldn't be charging when the car's not moving.
That's correct. But if you're using more than one,
right,
you're pulling back. And that's why a gas combustion engine is using the energy of the gas, because the alternator can't charge enough to keep the engine running. But if you're using more than one, I think it would give it one heck of an effort.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I'm just a guy, right?
I don't know, man. They should put like hamster wheels in there.
Absolutely.
We just
Fred Flintstone it. Put holes in the floor. Everybody's
Right?
learning.
Scooping up all the squirrels off the road and sticking them in your hamster wheel.
Just LOL, just salary. That's no, seriously, that is an energy crisis. If these people have something moving, why don't they use more than one to create more energy?
Why are we trying to fix something that's not broken? I don't know. I don't understand it, man.
The electric car is broken.
No, I'm talking about just like, our regular old
We have a special guest here.
gas cars. And...
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
Grandson, say hi.
Hi.
Good morning, buddy. How you doing this morning?
Good.
Ask anybody if they know your name.
Does anybody know my name?
Old man. Is your name Old Man?
Pudding.
No.
You married yet?
Didn't say your name.
No. Oh my god.
You still waiting?
Yeah.
He's still waiting if somebody knows his name.
Yep.
Let's read
Clinton.
it.
Mrs. Coin Crew, no saying it because you know it.
Clinton.
No.
Jacob. Joshua.
No. Both.
Noah.
No.
I knew it, but
Grant, I don't know.
remember.
Little
I've met him before, but I can't remember his name.
Is that your name?
Grandson.
No.
Hey, you. Do you answer to hey, you?
Dude.
Do you want to tell
Dude.
anybody what it starts with?
It
Name's
starts
Dude.
with the letter D.
How about Little Coin Crew?
Darren. Dale.
Dalton.
Drew.
No.
Dave.
No.
It's Dude. Starts with a
Dude.
D. Dude.
It's not dude.
Are you sure?
Dylan.
No.
Justin.
No.
They're getting close. Okay, give them the second letter.
A. D-A. What?
DA, what?
Dale.
No. My name has 5 letters in it.
Oh, he's trying to get someone to guess it right.
Yes.
Oh my God. Dallas? That's
That's
6
it.
letters.
It goes D-A, then 3 other letters. Oh my god.
Ringmaster Ray says, looks like Little Crew.
Damon.
Correct.
Damon?
Yes.
Yes. Score.
Miss Paula.
The chick wins. Woohoo.
Nothing wrong with a chick winning.
I
That's
like
good.
that name.
I was
Damon.
about
That's a
to
good
say,
name.
Mrs. Coin Crew.
So if
typed
somebody
my
put
name.
it in the chat early on, we missed it. So you
Yeah.
take it off, bud. You playing your game?
Winner, chicken dinner.
Leave the light on. Leave the light on. He turned the light off on me. I'm surprised I didn't get dark. Oh, I did
Yep.
get dark. I'm on the
I've
wrong
got
screen.
to go get ready for my appointment.
Well, thanks for hanging with us. We really
Hey.
Hi,
appreciate it.
Tiny. Hugs to
That was a pleasure.
Zoe.
Thank you, ma'am. I
We
appreciate
appreciate
that. Hugs to the kitty I hear in the
Kitty,
background. there.
kitty. Don't call
Oh,
her. Shh.
Anybody is in the chat and wants to ever come up sometime, just give us a holler and we'll try to get you fitted in. We usually want to have you up beforehand.
Thank you, everybody, for coming in.
We'll work with it.
Have a great day, Tiny.
Thank you, ma'am. You
So
guys-
let's talk about coins.
Coins,
We'll get a
yes.
coin subject in here.
Get off the car.
Thanks,
son.
Tiny.
No thanks.
No thanks.
No, thanks. We're going to talk about coins.
No. You cannot talk about coins.
So we got
Not a fan. He's not a
we got a
fan.
guy that came in the shop the other day. He ordered some coins
Yeah.
from eBay, and he didn't get what he thought he was getting. So Floyd was there, and that's coming out about 11:45 today. It's scheduled at, which that's kind of cool. That's just a teaser, so to speak. But let's talk about coins. What's your newest acquisition there, Paula, for coins?
Oh man. I haven't gotten anything in forever. I did get a bag of 2009 D District of Columbia quarters, and I didn't find anything. I was hoping to find that FS 801, but nothing. And I got my Sally Ride things. But
Yeah, I got a box of quarters that I have to search. We've got, I think they're 2021s. I got to get around to it.
there you go.
I'm slow.
Good.
I'm very slow. Bassman says he's got to go to.
Bye,
Have a great
Bassman.
Monday. Thank you for hanging with us.
Thanks
So,
for dropping your link.
The topics are going to be basically about whatever.
Whatever. Cars.
Whatever. What are you doing, young man?
Done.
I don't know. He keeps running
You
in and
can't get
out.
your nails painted, especially with that
Hang
stuff.
on just a second. You want to talk to him a second, Paula?
Sure. How's everybody doing? Anybody have a coin question? I don't know anything about cars, man. I'd get in my car, turn the key on. That's about it. Is proof Ike dollar DDO common or not common? Chief, I don't know. Is it one of the master die doublings, or is it actual like hub doubled?
Proof like dollar, DDO common or not common?
Because there are a lot of master die doubling on some of those. So
yeah, it's hard to find them. Which ones are DDOs or not? Common, not
let's see.
common.
I'll get back to you on that. Hang on, I'll look it up for you. How about that? 77S proof.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Did we
Rare
say-
cent or a dud.
I have a very rare cent or a dud, not sure. 79 Lincoln's. What? How do you know that's the
Yeah, you know it's a
metal
dud.
content? Did you go have it tested? Because it could be on a foreign planchet.
Yeah, they had that, what is it, 1970 quarter, that Canadian planchet, silver quarter, was on a Canadian silver planchet. And that only came in the proof set.
They analyzed it. Scott, if you want to send that question to our email, I'll look into it and see if I can find any foreign planchets. Did you weigh it? Did he say if he weighed it? I didn't say. I'm still looking.
I imagine he did. What do you believe the best precious metal between now and end of year? Well, I'm going to have to go for most people's favorites. The one that everybody wants to afford or can't afford, however you want to say it. I'm going to have to say gold, I think, is going to perform better over the long term for the rest of the year. With all the geopolitical things going on, I think gold is a smart move. That's my opinion. What do you think, Paula? What do you think of the metals is going to perform the best?
I don't know. I'm not into that. So, I mean, I'm not a stacker. I
do it all. So
I have silver and gold. I like it. I have some, but I think it's going to go up. Then it's going to go down. Then it's going to go back up. I would say probably, if I had to guess, I would say gold is probably going to do better.
There's been a lot of hype around gold.
Yeah.
Silver is better for percentage wise, but I don't think this is the year for silver.
Yeah.
Although I don't recommend to stop buying it. Don't get me wrong. Just watch what you're buying.
Have a little of both. Have a little of everything.
Excuse me.
Diversify.
Definitely diversify. I seen Scott S. just.
So on that 77S, there's no FS listings for those. There's a couple minor DDOs. So I would probably say they're not probably rare.
So if you guys want to know a little bit about coins, Paula, don't you have a Monday night show?
We do tonight. Live coin Q&A at 8:30 Eastern every Monday. Every Monday. And we are, for the next year, ANA has sponsored us to give away a ANA membership, gold membership, once a month for the next year. So if you're not a member of the ANA, you should be.
Yeah, I was kind of bummed about that because I couldn't win.
You can win. You have
I'm a light member.
I know, but you have grandkids. You could give them to them and just trade it out for a youth membership.
We searched all over, can't find anything on the particular set. It's really hard to say what's up with it then. I mean, if you've searched everywhere, but there's a lot of times you'll find information one time though, and you'll never find it again, or it'll pop up just out of the blue somewhere. So do your searches over time. Just keep on looking.
Well, I would have to look. I have a list of the coins that the U.S. minted on, for world coins, and the dates and the metal content. So I would search for anything that had that type of metal content. And I would suggest taking it to another place and making sure where did you have it tested? Who tested it? That's what I'm wondering. Because that's not an easy thing to do. That's an expensive thing to do.
Yeah, getting it tested is very expensive.
Yeah.
Metal's about to fly. Rest of the world not using dollars anymore. People are trying to get off the dollar standard, from what I understand, but I don't think they're going to be able to go to the gold standard because there's not enough gold to cover all the dollars printed in the world at the current level of pricing. And if gold goes up to over that 10,000, that's going to make everything go nuts anyway. That's going to crash the dollar. The gold, in order for all the currencies to be backed by gold, in order for everybody to want to use gold, it's going to force the price up. So yeah, I think they'll fly. There is the Nightbot is posting in the stream. I'm seeing it right there. So it's posting in the stream what's going on. And that's something I did. I did all this stuff and I didn't get onto where I needed to be.
And there's our link, you guys. If anybody has questions or whatever, just go over to our channel, and in the description of one of our videos, you'll see our email link and stuff, and in our about page.
Wow, we got 48 likes. Yeah, I went live and I forgot to go through the studio so I can read the algorithm. I'm a freak when it comes to all the algorithms. And
I know you are. It cracks me
and
up.
I'm like, oh man, all this because Triple S sat there and we were going to have me up for 50 minutes and then I was going to be down 10 minutes getting everything ready. Luckily, since we're still live, I was able to go to it. But I always open up the studio and go through the live that way so I can read the analytics as we're streaming. And that way you can see how many likes you got and you don't have to have the other channel open. See the concurrent viewers says 63, 50 likes, 0 chat, and 0 new members. I like to see them numbers, and then you get that little graph going across there. For those of you that do make content, you know what I'm talking about. It shows you the chats and everything. Kind of helps you out. Helps you try to figure out how to make your show better.
I think you guys are great just the way you are.
Always have to improve. If you don't improve, whether you are like, it's just like a job. If you're not getting a raise, you get left behind. If you're not increasing sales in a business, you get left behind. If you're not improving your channel, there are a lot of huge channels out there who aren't improving their channel, and their views per subs it's astronomically low. Both came out with the same composition, said they were stumped. One guy was Numesis and has been 25 years. He was baffled. I would definitely be baffled too.
I just wonder how they tested it, because that's not a cheap test to do.
Well, actually, it can be. normally you can get it done cheap, but if it was somebody just with a XRF,
Yeah.
those are, I don't know, 50,000, 25,000, some astronomical amount. It's different than that Sigma. It actually, it's like a flat thing. You put it in there, kind of like a microwave, so it opens up, and you just put the metal in there, and it'll compute the entire composition of it X-rays it.
Yeah.
And people don't do that for people for free.
And the thing is, if the coin is plated, it's going to read that. If it's
it'll read that plating. What it'll read through the entire coin, like an X-ray going through your bones. It'll tell you exact. It won't tell you like, okay, it's layered in nickel or it's layered in silver.
Right.
It'll say the nickel or the silver is 0.01% or whatever. It'll sit there and just tell you every composition in there, what metals are in it, how much of the metals in it.
Nickel plating was used. They did that a lot, especially on the 70s, because that was when the aluminum cent came out and stuff, and so they farted around with coins a lot back then. So I don't know.
Said they farted.
I really would like to see it. And
you said they farted.
I said farted. Sorry.
Scott has said they both did it for free because you're a good customer. Did they have an XRF machine or an XRF X-ray gun? Because the gun is not as good as the machine.
Here's what I would tell you to do.
Gun's like
send it into Koneka if you really, really want to be sure that it's not just something reprocessed or plated. Send it into Koneka, and they'll figure it out for you. Because we can only do so much with photos and stuff, but I could tell you if it'd been reprocessed or plated.
They both had the machines, not the guns. Now the guns are a little different. You can shoot down onto it, or you have something. Does it barely hold a 100-ounce bar? I think it might be a little shy. I know it holds a 10-ounce bar. I know it won't hold 100, but it's big enough. It's got a big enough little container. We can stick our XRF gun down into it, and then it'll do it. But the gun does not work as good as the machine. It doesn't. I'd imagine if you hooked it up to a computer, it would still give you a printout. But the machines, they're right into a computer, and they can print you out what you need to know.
Go get the metal detector, right? LNW. And LNW, yes, you should be expecting mail soon. So
I need mail.
Mail, I know. I need mail too. Something other than junk mail.
The zinc gold, why is there more nickel than copper? I have no idea. And we're talking about a cent, right?
It's a 79, so it's not a zinc cent.
Yeah, it's not a zinc cent, and I don't know.
It shouldn't have nickel anyway.
The only thing I can say to do is if you truly want to know, there is a way to find out, but it's going to cost you, and it's the cheapest way to find out if it's a legit error or what. Pay the money, send it to one of the top 2 graders, send it to PCDS, send it to NGC, because if it is truly an authentic coin and not a replica or a counterfeit, they would be able to find out for you.
Well, Koneka, I think it's like $15, something like that, to send to them. And
well, they're going to charge you north of 100.
No, Koneka?
No. PCDS or NGC.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
certified and authenticated. But at the same time,
but either one of those, they're.
What's that? I lost your voice. Okay, anyway, she was saying Koneka.
Sorry, I went out there for a minute.
You did.
The grading companies will send it to Koneka anyway. So if you just go directly to Koneka first.
And that'll save you the money of the grading. But and if Koneka says it's real, then send it to the grading companies, because something like that definitely needs to be authenticated. There's no doubt about it.
Here, I'll put it CONECA. There you go. And then if you go to resources on their page, they'll have examination. They have attribution and examination. I would go to the examination page and it'll tell you all about how to submit it to them. So
Yeah, that'll help you guys out on that, hopefully. And how do you spell that?
I put it in there.
And
Coneca.
you just told me too, and I
It's
kind of
okay.
got dazed there for a second.
It's okay. And that's also a great thing to join, Coneca. So
Yes, and this is true too. Even the grading companies have been known to get it wrong. So,
yes, Coneca won't get it wrong.
so in saying this statement, if you send it to Coneca and you get an authentication certificate, get information about it,
Yeah.
send that in with the coin, not the original. Send a copy of what you get from them in with the coin when you do go to get it graded.
Yep.
Because that way you're kind of doing some of the footwork, and then they'll still send it off, but they'll be like, "Oh, well, now we have to prove this person wrong." It's kind of, I don't know, like the law says, innocent till proven guilty, but it's not that way. It's like you're guilty unless you can prove you're innocent, and it's something like that. I think the graders would be like, "I think it's counterfeit, but let's see if we can find out it's real." So you're giving them real information. That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
That's the one I tried to hit. On those baseball card packs, you don't get to open to see what's in them.
Are they?
All righty, that's a little bit cheating, wouldn't you say? Using the metal detector on the baseball, but aren't some of the baseball packs with aluminum foil or something, some kind of metal?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. And why? I mean, aren't baseball cards just paper? I don't understand. I don't know.
What dollar volume is the best selling metals? Do you have any palladium? I have no palladium, believe it or not. The best selling metal is silver.
Yeah.
By dollar, by volume, both.
More people can afford it
More
too.
people can afford it. I was saying that earlier in the stream that people that when no matter what the metal is, they're always going to go for the cheaper metal. Unless they put some numismatic value on it as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about when we were talking about the 10-ounce Beskar bars. I would rather have something numismatic at that price level than something not. Because that is, in a sense, collectible, but it's not numismatic.
Yeah.
Did you see those earlier in this stream, Paula?
What?
The 10-ounce Beskar bars went for sale at Atmex for $450.
Yeah, I saw that on Son of a Silver Stackers this morning. Yeah, they went fast. Apparently, some people weren't able to get them. I don't know anything about them. So, what's the Beskar? What's so
Star
great?
Wars.
Huh?
Star Wars collectors.
Oh, Star Wars. See,
everything Star Wars is collectible.
Star Wars. I don't know. Gotcha.
So, if you guys haven't subbed Paula over at Live Q&A, you got your own channel too, don't you, Paula?
I do, but I don't do anything on it right now. I haven't in a while, so.
You're gonna have to get on that.
No, I don't have time.
So
I mean,
I've only got JJ here right now, so that's kind of cool. I got my most important mod, and then Practical Ken, one of my honorary mods. So JJ, if you get a chance, could you throw Paula's link up, please? We're not moving so fast that he can't handle it, but wow, we do have 64 people in here though. Wow, that's a lot.
Nice. Hit that like
for a morning show.
Make sure you guys are subscribed. A lot of people get a lot of people watching their channels and they're never even subscribed. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a lot. I've got people that aren't subscribed to my channel.
It's free, man. How many things in life are free?
I don't know. I haven't figured it out. I can't count that high. There's not many. I know there's quite a few. I mean, that you want to be free, but aren't. So we got going through my dad's baseball cards, found Barry Bonds, Bo Jackson, and Wade Boggs rookie cards. The Barry Bonds and the Bo Jackson, they won't be worth as much as something more vintage. Wade Boggs is a little bit more vintage, but and this is just from my experience of back when I used to do baseball cards. Yes, I did baseball cards. Wade Boggs wasn't as popular, didn't have as, but because he's a little bit more vintage, a little older, that year is a little better. It was,
Sean from Blue Ridge Silverhound has another channel too. That if you guys didn't know, he has Blue Ridge Collectibles.
Yeah, but in order for us to throw the link up, the rules are simple. You got to be in
Well,
the
no,
chat.
I know. No, I'm just saying because they're talking about
exactly.
baseball
If you guys
cards.
want to find them, if you guys want to hunt them down, she just gave you the name.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do that. If people that come in and support us,
Oh, I get it. Yeah, 100%.
We shout them out. I mean, if they make content or they want some shout out, we do that. That's just spreading the love, man. It's all about community growth.
I gotcha.
But who else do we got here saying something cool? So ask her the question. Paula knows all kinds of stuff about coins. Ask her a question. She'll tell you something. Best things in life are free, but you can give them to birds and bees. I want money. That's a song.
Great song.
Man, I don't remember how it goes either. I'm terrible.
The best things in life are free. That's how it goes.
But you can give it.
That's all you're going to get from me.
Birds and the bee. I want your money.
What I
want money. Yeah, I remember it now a little bit. So the Grove meet and greet. Who all do we? Ida's going to be there. You're going to be there. I'm going to be there. Silver Seeker, Rob, Raven, Mad, EC. Who's all going to be there?
Oh, lots of people. I think Ida has a list of, I don't know. She's got a 2-page list of people that are coming that she's making shirts for. So
yeah, Big Red, he's not going to be there.
No.
Big Red will be on my channel tonight. For those
who is tonight? It is the 4th, huh?
What?
It is the 4th. That's right.
Tonight. Yeah. But it's 6 p.m. It's earlier than your show.
That's okay.
I did it at 6 because that's our normal evening time to start.
Yeah.
This Monday here is once a week. If you guys got topics or anything, just put them in the chat and we'll talk about whatever.
Nice.
But Big Red's going to be on my channel tonight. So you guys definitely want to check him out.
Do you have that link? Do you have that video set up already where we can
It is already set up. Let me
yeah, put that link in so people can hit the reminder. Not that I ever get my notifications, but
I'm terrible at finding stuff. Give me a second. I am so slow. Let's see.
I met Joe Montana when I was really young.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Jerry Rice. Yeah, when I was really young. I've been a 49ers fan since birth. It was.
We're just going to call it Chat Tonight.
I was indoctrinated. I love the Niners, though. I grew up in the Bay Area, so that was my team.
You guys, This is a weird Monday for me because I normally don't do this much on a day. Do a couple streams because we got a video coming out at 11:45. I already forgot what it's called.
Mondays are busy on YouTube. I used to be at kind of like Sundays. It used to be like there's not a whole lot on. And now everybody's on Mondays. So
yeah,
it's a busy day.
The name of the video coming out at 11:45 this morning is When Dealing with eBay, Know What You're Buying and Who From. The thumbnail says, Day at the Shop, you bought what? And it's got me shaking a gentleman's hand that met Floyd.
Floyd.
It's a Floyd video. It's a day at the shop with Floyd.
I like Floyd.
A lot of people like him, but it's a little bit of a twist. But if you pay attention to the video today, there's a secret message in it that tells you what kind of video is coming out. Yeah. It's pulled out of that video because the video was too long, so we pulled part of the video out. And we're going to put it up later in the week. So if you guys watch through the video, you'll figure out what's going on.
That's tricky.
Well, there's nothing special. It's just you'll see that there's something that's not there that started to be there. That's all I can say.
Okay.
It's a shorter video. So anyway, there's a link I put in there for Big Red. Chat Tonight with Big Red. So if you want to hit the reminder,
Yep.
You guys definitely want to sub to Paula. Check out Tiny. He was in here too. I forgot to say something when he was in here. I apologize.
Eric, I'm going to be 55 in August. You're going to be 55 this year too, huh?
In August.
Yeah, I know, but after mine.
I don't know about all that. Does that mean
Yes. You're
Does
at
that
the
mean I'm
end. I'm at the beginning. You're at the end.
I'm always the end of a lot of stuff, but I'm never at the very end. I'm in the last part of the lines of everything.
Double nickels. I know. Double nickels. Yikes.
Short
That's all
video
right.
stuff.
It just means I can get senior discount at some places now. So I'm okay with that. I like a discount.
I know, right? I've had my ARP for 5 years now. I've been taking advantage of that.
I've thrown them all away up until now. So I don't know.
Well, with ARP, you get 15% discount, is it? Yeah, I think it's 15 or 10% at Denny's, 10% off some hotels. It adds up.
Well, I use my veterans discount most of the time for
I
hotels.
never use nothing with veterans. I just don't do that.
I do.
I just feel other people are, who served in the wars and stuff.
I did serve
in the war.
I did serve in the war.
There you go. I feel
I'm 100%. I am 100% service connected disabled.
That combat ribbon I have, it is the jokiest ribbon I have.
So you should give me a 15% discount. That's what I'm saying.
No, I don't like my combat ribbon because of how I got it. Well, in the service, in the Navy, you get a combat ribbon if you're within 12 miles of gunfire or attack or whatever you want to call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the Navy, it's tricky because if you're within 12 miles of somebody else within 12 miles of somebody else was within 12 miles, I was the fourth one down the list.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you still get the combat ribbon.
Here's the way I feel about it, Keith.
I didn't like that.
The minute you raised your hand and signed that blank check, you didn't know if you were going to be in a war or not. So
no, that's right.
So
Why was it?
You earned every bit of anything. I'm telling you. So don't feel that way because you could have just as easily.
No, it's not that I don't feel that I didn't earn it. I just feel there are more people more deserving of the benefits, so I don't shout it out.
If you raised your hand,
I was in the Navy, and yes,
if you raised your hand and you signed that blank check, you earned it.
I am still looking for my Air Force medal, and I got plenty of them Navy medals. I kind of don't want to sell them. I think 11.
I don't care for the Air Force medal. I've said it publicly. It's not that it's not a nice looking medal. They got the core values in the wrong order, and I have a problem with that.
What do you mean they got them in the wrong order? What are you saying?
It's
when they was formed?
Huh? No, on the coin itself. Look at the coin itself.
I haven't got it.
Oh, well, look at it on the mint.
Oh, that means I got to work. I'll look at it. I'll look at it. But
it's supposed to be integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. That's the order of the core values. I know I'm a little bit picky that way, but I'm sorry.
And they got it backwards, huh?
They got it, a little wonky.
Well, how is it?
I think it's probably just because it didn't fit in the way they had the design. And so they decided to make it fit. Really? Oh my gosh, Against All Army Shadows. I'm sorry. My VA is great here. They've done so much to improve it.
That's one of the reasons why I don't deal a lot with the VA. I don't want to be one of them like he had. I just don't want to experience in that. I served, I'm happy, and I don't want to go through and end up having bad feelings because of the way a VA may or may not treat me. You give loyal watchers the idea of what they should be buying and or sell right now to maximize their gains. I do try, but even I can get it wrong. I'm just a guy. I mean, I can give you an idea. I think when you do buy or collect or stack, you should try to get things that are a little bit more limited. And I'm sure Paula will agree with me. When you go to put a set together, if you can afford it, buy the tougher coins in the best grade you can afford
First, absolutely.
because those coins over time, the tough coins, let's say the penny set, the Lincoln cent set, that 09S VDB, that 14D, that 21S, the 22, even the D, if you get it in a high enough grade, and one of the, we'll get back to that in a second, those coins will continue to go up further and faster than the common coins.
Yep.
But one of the toughest coins to get in that set, if I'm not mistaken, I think, I want to say in the high grade, I think it's a 28S or is it a 26S? I think it's a 28S.
That I would think it would be the 22
highest
no
possible
D.
grade, the most expensive coin, I believe, is a 28S in the highest grade available. I believe that's it.
You think that's even above the 22 no D? And
Yep. If you go highest grade available, see, sometimes the common coin will fool you because when it goes like the 19030 Morgan silver dollar,
24D is tough to get too.
Tough coin to get in the is the 03 Morgan dollar. But as it goes up in quality, it doesn't go up. It doesn't go up like some of the other ones.
So you said 28S. I'm looking at
28S
that.
is a couple 100,000 or something.
I'll go to MS65 and see. So
higher.
24S is in MS65
higher
is
than MS65. Go like 7 or
okay.
8.
Go what?
The most expensive one.
67, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
67 or 68. It gets way up there. The 20s, a lot of the mid to late 20s on the halves and all of them, they're actually very expensive. The 27 on the piece dollar, the 27 or 27 DRS, the 27S on the Walker, all of those coins are very expensive.
Okay, so I'm at 28. You said 28S.
I think it's a 28.
I'm not even seeing any graded above 66 for those.
Where are you looking at?
Numismedia.
Oh, you need to look in
28S red in 66 is 30,600.
You don't subscribe to the gray sheet?
Yeah, I just don't have. I have the
the
paper.
gray sheet is where you'll find the listings of the tough coins because a lot of them won't list them. But if it's out there for sale, it's in the gray sheet. It should.
I have the paper.
Well, yeah. Well, if you have the paper, it's actually easier to look at the paper than it is the online.
I don't have it right here on my lap.
So, guys, we're going to handle this one and see what we got. The problem.
So 09S VDB in red in 67 is just short of 100 grand. Wow.
Wow. I'm almost positive it's a 28S, and I thought I seen it in 67. I could be mistaken.
Well,
anyway,
so the 22 no D in MS65 in red is 123,000.
Oh, when they're in the 5s and sometimes 6s, the key coins are still the more expensive. But when you go up past that 5, then sometimes the key coins get surpassed.
Well, a lot of times I don't think they're even in those super high grades.
Because most people didn't want to, they were common, people didn't save them.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of times when you go for the super ultra high grades, the common coins end up being more expensive. And I do believe that to be true in a lot of cases.
Conditional rarities. Yeah.
What's that?
Conditional rarities.
Yes, conditional rarities. Like the most modern, who is that? Not who is it? What is it? Isn't it one of the most modern conditional rarities is the 1971 Silver Ikes in Unk?
I don't know anything about Ikes. Conditional rarities. So there are a lot of conditional rarity coins, right? There's some in the 80s in Washington quarters. There are full step nickels that are, conditional rarities, Jefferson nickels. There's a lot of conditional rarities.
Pizza Guy, we was talking about the 28S cent as a conditional rarity. I thought, if I wasn't mistaken, I could be wrong. I thought it was the most expensive one as when you get up to the highest possible grade available.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, it could be. But I know a lot of those conditional rarities are hard to come by. So, guys, it is 11:30. Join us tonight on the channel. I'm going to be live with Big Red.
Yay.
It is wonderful having Paula up here.
Aw, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
So, yeah, if you want to hit the basement when you close out instead of leaving the whole stream,
Okay.
I'll talk to you a minute before you go. So, you want to say bye or say anything?
Bye, everybody. Watch tonight. Watch here. Watch Big Red. We're on tonight at 8:30 Eastern, live coin Q&A. So come over, pop over, just say hi. If you can't stay, there's lots of people streaming. So, all right. And I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, our email is in our about page. So thanks, Keith. Bye, Angel. See you later.
And she left the whole stream. I guess she didn't know. I could have dropped her out. Anyway, Paula, I hope you're still listening. Just come back in the stream and I'll bring you up in a minute. Do check out Paula from Live Q&A. They're going to be live tonight. I do have a video dropping with Floyd. Floyd, the name of the video is yes, I'm slow. Is when dealing with eBay, know what you're buying, who from. That's a very good video, I think. And Floyd meets another person. So do check out that video. It's going to be here in a few minutes at 11:45. 6 p.m. we'll be up with Big Red. Check out Paula. Sub her channel if you want to learn a little bit about coins. They have a lot of informational stuff. So, guys, rock on. Keep on learning. And we'll see you in a little bit. But definitely keep on stacking. Thanks for hanging. Bye.